Hi, welcome back. I have picked up today this vintage Elcon desk fan, and just for a bit of perspective, here's my hand. It's not a full-size fan, but it's pretty cool. I'm gonna guess it's from anywhere from the 1920s, 1930s, 1940s, that sort of era. I'm basing that on, this thing is heavy. So they built things to last back then. It looks as if the blades are brass, and just the design of it, the cloth cord, it's got a slightly more modern style plug. That's my creaky chair, so hopefully that's not going to creak too much. But I've got a old style bakelite plug that I've already started cleaning it up. That's pretty tarnished. And I'm going to put that on there. We'll just see how this cleans up. The blade's a little bit, it's not spinning freely, but it's got what looks like some lubricators here and here. So a little bit of a non-genuine sort of fastener here. Spin it this way. There's the original. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to make something up for that looks a little bit more authentic. It's a little wobbly on its base. We'll tighten that up and we'll just see how it comes up. So bear with me while I get this done. Okay, just a progress shot. It's coming along. Now, I'm no electrician, and I'm not endorsing people to do their own wiring, but because this had the old bits still there, black, brown, it's black and brown, so same era, same color code, and you see the browns coming around, going to that terminal. That's the same one the other one went to. The black, it's wrapping around and going to that one. So that's wired up the same as it was before. So it's just a matter of getting this together. Not one-handed though. Okay, plug is on. Just the back part fastens to the front with those two screws. The strain relief is how the wire comes from the inside around and back inside into those screws. So although you've got some movement here, the idea obviously is to hold the plug. That's how they did it years ago, so don't see why that shouldn't work now. Right, now just do a quick resistance measurement. So we can rule out a dead short inside this thing. Diode, let's go to ohms. So there we go, we've got 0.963 K. So that's me turning the blade. but pretty much comes back to the same measurement. So I'm pretty satisfied that there's no dead short there, and we can move on. Right, so I've just removed the pivot bolts from the side here, and the head can actually come off the base. The thread looks good. Where they'd bodged that non-standard one, thread looks okay. I'll try threading the original piece in there soon. Yeah, I think we could do a better job than that, but anyway, I've taken this off because I've got a bit of a wobbly thing going on here, so that's hopefully just a matter of tightening that down, and it looks like let's just get a screwdriver with a bigger blade, get a bit more purchase on it. You can see it's been chewed at already. Okay, that's pretty tight. We'll sit that head back on and see if we can get some lubrication into those bushings. Okay, before we do that, me being me, I'm curious. So I took the base off. Now that's what it says on the bottom, 200 to 240 volts. That must be an abbreviation for universal. I think that's a model number. Not much on that side. Just 3 machine screws in there. But this thing, that is solid casting. That's all solid. So it's quite heavy. Anyway, let's have a look at this part. Right, so once again, curiosity has got the better of me, and I've taken this off again because it was coming loose way too easily. So you can see it's got 2 lumps on there. They're a little, try and get the light on it that way. They are there, but they're pretty worn down. And this corresponds with a groove in here. I've cleaned that out somewhat, so with a bit of luck that'll stay. So I've got the screw here. I've given that a bit of a clean, taken some of the burrs off the top. It's still a little rough, but it's smooth now. So I've got some lock washers here that have a rummage through. That one there looks pretty good. Perfect. Right. I'll need 2 hands for this, so let's pop that back on there and see if it's improved it. Okay, just for curiosity, once again, I've just taken the contact brushes out, and they are sprung, of course, and it's a cylindrical piece of carbon. But plenty of length there. So that's just got this cup with a thread. They were actually a bit loose, so I'm glad I checked them. Here's the other one. They're both pretty good condition. A little bit dirty, but I'm not restoring this, I'm just, I guess you could say, resurrecting it. I just want to see it work. I'll decide how far I'm going to go with it. Once I can see it work, admire it, and decide, instead of just jumping into it and regretting afterwards that I should have left it alone. So actually that's got a big dent in that. Just notice that. So that's straight there. Come around here. Whoopsie. So that actually might be because it's the bottom. Yes, because these oilers here are the top. That's the bottom. It might be just compensating for the base. The front straight. So yeah, it couldn't be that bent, and the front straight. The front would be bent out as well. There's a little bit of a, yeah, I was trying to see if I can make sure that's straight. See if the fan's straight when I get it spinning too. So anyway, moving on. Okay, I might just give this thing a bit of a clean. A good old Q-tip. Spray a bit of that cleaner on there. And I'm going to clean where those brushes come out from. Blech. It's pretty goopy. So I've actually already done it. I've given this a bit of a clean. I really don't know if it's going to focus down in there. Let's try a bit of light. That always helps. Yeah, that's better. Kinda. Focus. Let's just try to get that to, there we go. Right, so you can see the contact down in there. It stays there. Let's put that there. Try and look down on that one. So you can see it down in there. Really hard to show. Oh, that's a little better. Anyway, you get the idea. I've given that a bit of a clean. That's what it looks like. So I might just give it another one, but it's looking pretty good. It's not, you know, you can see a bit of shininess there, so that means you're going to get a half decent contact, so I think that should be okay. Okay, I've popped it back in its base. Got the contacts back in. They're sort of finger tight. The blade spindle is a bit tight, so I don't know if that's just dry bushings or not. A little clip on there. I'll show you what I'm doing with that in a second. Right, where's my little oiler? There it is. Got this little bottle with a little needly, it's not sharp, but it's got some engine oil in there, so I'll just pop some in here. They would have probably like a little bit of wadding or something in there that that'd be handy if it focused. There we go. Probably really dry. This is soaking that up pretty good. See, I don't know if you can see. When I drip that in there, that's disappearing pretty quick. Oh, filling up now, so it must be just about good. This one's the same though. Yeah, not disappearing as quick as it was, so that must be just about saturated now. Probably take a little bit to trickle down. Might just dribble some down in there, just to give it a little helping hand. Right, so what I'm doing with this clip here, I'm checking out the blade alignment. So you'll see the distance between the edge of the blade and the clip. So that one just touches, just misses, miles away, and miles away. So I have to work out which one is in the correct position. So I guess I can eyeball down the front edge of it. It looks like it's got a slight curve. That looks like it's got a lot more of a curve. That looks... it's hard to tell. It's kind of... maybe one's bent back too far and one's bent forward too far. But that one looks pretty good. And that one's just missing. So maybe I'll get them the same as that one. If I don't, it's going to be out of balance. So see what I can do with that. And I'll bring you back. Okay, it didn't take much to tweak those. So that one's just missing now. It's about the same. So is that one. And so is that one. So that should spin fairly true. And it's not really freewheeling that well. But I'm hoping what's kind of improving. So I'm hoping once it starts to spin under its own power, once I power it up, it will work the oil into the bushings and free up. Okay, I'll set that up and I'll bring you back for the big switch on. Okay, just for a little bit of added safety, I've got this through my dim bulb tester, so I'll switch on, and even if this thing is electrically dead or whatever, it's not going to blow anything up. Right, we've got a bit of glowage there. It's pretty reluctant to move. It's trying. Right, I think I might just back these contacts off ever so slightly. There we go, it's trying. It's, oh, come on, you can do it. Let's just do that a fraction more. Oh. Once it gets spinning, I'm sure it will work itself out with a bit of lubrication. Come on, you can do it. Let's go. You have that action. I better just turn that away because it's a fan. It's going to blow wind noise into the camera. Right, so it's away. not burning up. It's not spinning very quickly. Ooh, that helped. See, the bulb is having a bit of a pulse there. Oh. That slowed it right down. This is trial and error here. Speeding up a bit. Not doing much now. Let's try this one, see what this difference this one makes. It's that one. Now it's speeding up. Probably reach a point where it's not too tight, not too loose. If I go any more, it'll be too loose and start slowing down again. Oops. Yeah, that's a bit too loose. Falling off is too loose. Yeah, that slowed it right down. Sparky's in there. Yeah, it's slowing right down now. Nearly stopped. Right, so I'll back that off again. Off it goes again. Right, I might try this without the dim bulb, see what it does. Right, so let's just put that one straight into there. Whew, off it goes. It's flying. Alright, let's have a tweak on these and see what happens. Oh, the handbrake's going on. No, it doesn't like that. Some sparky's going on. Try this one. Slowing down, nope. Slowing down. Tightening it in. Still spinning. That wasn't anything electrical, that was the stick breaking. That crack. It's holding its own. I know when I wind this out, it speeds up, takes the pressure off, the spring tension off that contact. There we go, you hear it cranking up. Only so much though. Oh yeah, that's really getting moving. No, it doesn't like that. The sparky's in there. That's cool. I might just switch off the light. Who would have thought? Spark show. Oops, it's losing it. There we go. So that's loosening it off. Let's just slowly wind it back in. It's a bit sparkier, more sparkier. It's dark, so it's struggling to focus. Maybe I'll just leave that a little looser till it beds in a little bit. Maybe it was in its comfort zone before in the location that it was in, and when I took it out it's moved it, and now it has to kind of find its spot again. But that's a bit of, it's going pretty good. Could be better, but I mean it's pretty damn old, so just while it's going, let's yes, let's get a bit more in there. And a bit more in there. Let's give it a little bit there. This probably should be a bit thinner oil, but it's better than no oil, which it probably had before. No oil. Right, so let's just unplug. And plug it back in. Let's see if it, yeah, kicks off by itself. Plugged in. Yeah, there it goes. So it wasn't doing that before. And it's actually spinning up all right. Okay, so that's the resurrection of this old Elcon fan. I'm not too sure of the blade. We'll say close enough to 8-inch. So, yep, that would classify the size. So, we've got the period correct plug on there. That's working fine. It's not wobbly anymore. It's actually spinning freer now. So I'm not really going to use this fan. It's just really, I'm happy that it just works, and I can just admire it that something this old just took a little bit of TLC, a little bit of love, and it's back working. So I mean, I could use this if I wanted to, but I don't need to. I've got a modern day one there that I can wear out. I don't want to wear this one out any more than it is, but that is a ripper. It actually doesn't have an on-off switch. That's it. You just plug it in and it goes. Right, so I love these old antique things that are made to last, and this is alive again, and it's going to stay that way, and I'm going to enjoy admiring it. I may still do some more cleaning up on it, but for the moment it's got some patina going on there, so it just looks cool. That's why I buy these things. Okay, well, thanks for joining me to resurrect some old stuff, bring it back to life, and hope you enjoyed it, and hope to catch you again soon. Okay, bye.